This is a bind, a very important technique that is used to return an unresponsive yo-yo to the hand.
In this video, I will introduce and explain 5 stylish bind tricks for intermediate to advanced players. These tricks are used by many players at yo-yo competitions.
I introduced my top 5 bind tricks for beginners in this video. If you are still just starting out, please check the link for that video in the description box.
Now, let's try these 5 advanced and stylish bind tricks.
The first trick is slap bind. Bind by hitting the string and sending it into the yo-yo's gap. Once the string touches the yo-yo, the trick is to pull your dominant hand lightly upward. Try to get a sense for how it feels to hit the string. Number 2. Laceration grind to slack bind. This is a fun trick to bind the yo-yo after a grind. Run the easy version first. The trick is to release the base of the string into the gap of the yo-yo. And absorb the shock of the fall with your dominant hand. The laceration movement is difficult if you try to control the string with only your dominant hand. If you use your non-dominant hand, it will be easier to make the string fly. Number 3. Ghost bind. This is a trick that is commonly used at competitions. This trick should be practiced in 3 steps. Step 1. Practice by grabbing the string with your non-dominant hand, then binding. Step 2. Practice by hitting the string against your non-dominant hand. Step 3. Bind using only the dominant hand. It is also easier if you pinch the base of the string. Number 4. Grab loose bind. This is a trick where you bind by wrapping the string around the yo-yo and grabbing it in mid-air. First, it is important to understand how the string wraps around. It will be difficult to do the bind if you move the yo-yo too high up. I recommend bringing the yo-yo up to the same height as your dominant hand, or only a little bit higher. Number 5. Wrist over through bind. This bind is another trick that many players use at competitions. It actually has the same structure as the grab loose bind up to the point where the string is thrown into the gap. In the grab loose bind, the string is grabbed in the air, but in the wrist over through bind, the string is not touched and the bind is done directly with only the string. It is important to understand the structure of how the string crosses.
Yo-yo used in this video is Krown.wst by D2Yo Design. Also, please check the description box for more recommended yo-yos. If you found this video helpful, please give me a like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next tutorial.